Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the fourth quarter and our new unit on Memoir. And I'm really excited about this one because I can't wait to hear about all your stories. Before we start, I wanted to share a picture I drew. This is a shout out to Damon. I know we were talking before we had our little break about drawing, and I said, I was ordering a book and I'm trying new things, and it's called Making Comics. So I'm really excited. I wrote a poem to go along with that picture, but I'm going to share that with you, Damon. So I hope you're all trying new things and using your time to just get to know yourself better and try out some ideas that you haven't tried out before. So before we begin, I do want to remind you that I have third quarter grades due soon. So please, if I did miss something that you turned in, please make sure you let me know via email. I do my best to keep on track, but sometimes you put things in there and I don't realize they're in there, and I want to make sure I give you all fair grades. So please let me know as soon as possible so I can make sure that I have the correct grades to go in. All right. I also wanted to remind you are to continue reading at least 20 minutes and continue to fill in your book log. Please write about a paragraph in your journal right now about this historic time so that you have those ideas down. You might want to use it for your end of the unit memoir. You might choose one of those to actually work with. Now, memoir. Today we're just going to begin very simply by thinking about different moments in your life that have changed you, that have helped you to become the wonderful person that you are. And if you look on Classroom, you will see a couple of places that you can look to help you with that. When we're writing memoirs, we want to make sure that we're thinking about probably a possible theme. And this is our common universal theme anchor chart that we've had in the classroom quite a bit. Or one of the things that I was thinking of using were these ideas in order to build up theme. It's not going to be, parent and child relationship. That's not the theme, but we can use that to formulate something like one of the most special things in life is your parent-child relationship. All right, and here are some possible ideas that you might want to start from working on. Also at the bottom, I have a little formula to help you develop a theme. All right, take an idea from the list, or any idea you have is R in the message. For example, a true friend, that's my idea, is one who stands by you even when you are making an unpopular choice because it is the right decision. All right, so what you're going to do today is you're going to open up your journal that you've been working in. And I didn't keep track of it over all of break. Occasionally I wrote in it a little bit. You're welcome to read all of mine. And March 30th, possible memoir ideas. Now this should be in addition to what you're writing for your everyday journaling. So possible journal ideas. And I'm trying to think of either moments. I don't know which way you want to start. You want to start with those moments, or if you want to start looking at some of those ideas, some of those different ideas or themes. And as I'm looking on here, I don't necessarily see the one I want to do, but I'm thinking about kindness of strangers. I want to do something about, there's been a lot of times in my life that I've relied upon the kindness of strangers. And I know that's not a theme, but this is a working list. And the story I want to tell to go along with it is this was back in 1994, maybe. The Wisconsin Badgers made it to the Rose Bowl, and I was at the game where they were playing Michigan to determine who was going to make it to the Rose Bowl, and the Badgers won. And what happened was the entire student population stormed onto the playing field. And it was a scary time because everybody was kind of getting smushed. People were falling. People were getting trampled on. I happened to fall, and somebody I have no idea who it was. I still don't even have a face. I just have this image of a hand actually lifted me up, so that I was able to proceed down safely down onto the football field. So I'm not going to write the entire memoir right now. I am just going to write down the idea. A stranger who helped, oh, sorry, who helped me when I fell. All right. Um, Another possible idea. I think right now, one of the things that I need most is hope. So um, I think I want to write something about hope. Um, where have I felt hope in my life? Um, Sometimes the answer to our wishes, and it's not perfect, it doesn't have to be, is not what we expect. And I think, the thing that always gives me hope is adopting Joey. And I think I want to put something with that. I know we can control our. No, I don't like that. I don't know what else I want to put there. I We will find a way. I don't know if that's another. I don't know what I want to do with that, but I want to talk about adopting Joey because we wanted to have children for a long, long time, and life didn't give us anything as far as children, so we looked into adoption and we managed to adopt Joey, and we went on quite the adventure of a lifetime. And Joey has been the blessing of a lifetime. The Probably one of the most important decisions I ever made was adopting Joey, and it's something that came out of something that a lot of people would say it was horrible. So I'm not going to write the entire thing. I'm just going to write adopting Joy. That's a little note to myself so I know what we're going to do. And then I think my last one, I think I want to go with the example that I wrote here. All right. And if you want to steal my example, you go ahead. All right. I'm sure you'll certainly have a different story to go along with it. But I want to tell the story about the first time I was offered drugs. And I was on the school bus. I was in middle school. Sixth or seventh grade. I can't quite remember the exact detail. And I was a rather little chubby little thing back then, and I didn't have a whole lot of self confidence. And I had a wonderful friend. The bus was usually packed. I mean, we had assigned seats. There were 3 people to a seat. I was towards the end of the route. By the time we got to the end of the route, there were maybe 5 or 6 of us there. And I usually sat around a very good friend, childhood friend. We were friends forever. Our parents had worked together at Miro. And so we grew up together. And there was also another guy on the bus. And like I said, I was a rather chubby, kind of like, klutzy. You all know that I'm klutzy kind of kid. And he offered speed. And I'm like, that might help me actually. And my friend kept saying, no, you don't want that. And I kept on asking the kid that offered me, yeah, what is it? Tell me more about it. Oh, yeah, can I have one? And she said, no, you don't want to do it. And she actually prevented me and helped me to become the person I am today. So I'm extremely grateful every once in a while. She's now a teller at Pick and Save. Every once in a while, in Rivers, every once in a while I run into her. And I think I need to thank her for that day. So the next time I run into her, I think I'm going to do that. So the day I was offered drugs on the bus, and my friend was there to guide me. All right. So, just a possible idea. Maybe you don't even have an idea for what the theme is. Kindness of strangers. I haven't developed that more yet, right? And it doesn't have to be perfect. And maybe a couple of words, a sentence about what the possible memoir is. And that's what we are looking for today. because we are looking to make sure that you are able to identify that memoirs have themes and you keep those themes in mind when you're writing those memoirs. And our biggest idea is that we are going to keep a running total of what we're doing. All right, have a wonderful day. Please contact me if you have questions. Thanks.